Hi there, Joanne here from Coast to Coast with Joanne. Are you looking for a place to retire? Well, in this video, I am going to cover the things that would matter most to me if I were making this decision in 2026. Many of the people that I know here that have retired here, some are here part-time, some are here full-time, but they come here and they're looking for similar things. They're looking for something that is affordable, where they can stretch their retirement dollars. They're looking for somewhere that's safe. They don't want to deal with the cold weather any longer, and they want somewhere that they can have a feeling of community. So in this video, I am going to compare Costa Rica with Nicaragua. And why is that? That is because most of the people I know that have decided to retire here, they have come here after doing that comparison, and in some cases they've actually gone to Costa Rica, lived there, and then decided to come here to Nicaragua. So I will cover the following things. I will cover safety. I will cover roads and infrastructure, housing, healthcare, lifestyle, cost of living, and I don't know, maybe a couple other things. So stick around till the end, and hopefully we will find out if San Juan del Sur is right for you. Before we start comparing and contrasting the two countries, I want to really talk about what they have in common, which is plentiful. They're both in Central America. They sit right beside one another. They both have beautiful Pacific coastlines and Caribbean coastlines. They both have very lush jungles, mountains, active volcanoes, rivers. Both the inhabitants of both countries, they speak Spanish, and both are accessible through short flights from North America. They both have deep cultures in baseball and soccer. Ecotourism, deep sea fishing, and surfing are readily available. They have a large expat community, and we are going to find out which one suits you the best. We're going to go on now to roads and infrastructure. From what I've seen and what I've read in Costa Rica, that there are more roads in Costa Rica, making more communities accessible. So the network of roads is broader. But what I've also read and experienced, that often these roads are not as wide, and they become congested, and oftentimes are in disrepair. In my own experience, having arrived in Nicaragua in 2010, I see that they are always upgrading the roads and highways here. You will be amazed at the highway infrastructure here. Right now they're putting in a beautiful coastal highway that is making all of the beautiful beaches in the area more accessible, and to get from community to community is better. I want to talk about safety, and this is really important, and everybody should do their own homework on this. I am going to attach 3 links below. One of them is a young gentleman who is a surfer, and he has surfed everywhere from El Salvador to the bottom part of the most southern part of Costa Rica, and of course Nicaragua is in the middle there. So I encourage you to watch that video. I also want you to do your own research on the warnings that your State Department or your Canadian Embassy or whatever country you're coming from, what they say about these countries. And I just want to say that they write these for all countries. They have warnings about visiting Canada or visiting Europe. But you should do your due diligence, and you should read them. From my research, I see that they talk about 3 things very commonly. They say that in the metropolitan areas, this is where most of the crime happens, that petty crime exists in both countries. They warn tourists not to walk alone, especially after dark. Here in Nicaragua, I walk all the time by myself, but not after dark. I do not do that. If it's after dark, I take a taxi, and a trusted taxi that I know. But yes, I encourage you to do your own research on this. From the people that I know that have gone to Costa Rica, or even friends of mine that go for a weekend vacation to Costa Rica, they always come back and they say that, yes, from afar, Costa Rica looks or appears very safe, but the feeling of safety and just being safe is much more prevalent in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. So they feel safer being in Nicaragua. I want to talk about healthcare. So both countries, this is a wonderful thing. They offer free health care to their citizens. Absolutely fantastic. And this is also available to people who are expats and who are tourists. Like if you have an accident here, you will be taken to the local the local emergency center, and you will be taken care of. But what most people are looking for when they're retirees, because they are of a certain age, they're looking for very private, very specific health care. And that exists in both countries as well. In Costa Rica, you will find two very well-known private hospitals. One is called Clínica Bíblica, and the other one is called CIMA. They're both located in San Jose. They are not as expensive as the U.S., and English is widely spoken, and it's accessible to all expats and all tourists. In Nicaragua, again, they have the same free health care for the citizens, and it's available to everyone else as well. But there's also two hospitals in Managua, and these cater to everyone, including expats. The military hospital, many of my friends belong to that insurance program, and they love it. This covers all costs. You pay a certain fee, and it covers all your costs if you do have a medical emergency. I belong to another hospital. It's called Vivian Pellis. You can check out the video here. I belong to a thing called Club Salud, and it's not an insurance program, but it is a discount program. And here, to see a specialist, I pay anywhere from $30 to $50 to see a specialist. And if I were to have a procedure, it would be from 50 to 70% less than what it would be in the U.S. So not free, but deeply, deeply discounted. So again, both have options. And also in Nicaragua, some of the doctors speak English, but not all of them. English isn't as widely spoken as what you will find in Costa Rica, but there are translators available at both hospitals. I want to move on to housing. I live in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, and we are often compared to Tamarindo, Costa Rica, when people are looking for a place to retire. So what I would like you to do is I'd like you to go to your computer, and I've already done this, but I want you to do it as well because everybody's tastes are different. I would like you to go to Tamarindo, Costa Rica, type that in, Tamarindo, Costa Rica, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, ocean view. And you will get many, many, many hits on that. But just write down the price of 2 of those that you see that look good to you, that regardless of the price, does it look good to you? Write down that price. And then do the same thing, but start out with San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, ocean view, and see what you come up with. So what you come up with, which might be different, it will be different because we all have different tastes, but when I looked, the places that I found in Tamarindo, they cost $650,000 and $500,000. The ones I found in San Juan del Sur were $259,000 and $219,000, and these are both all in US dollars. So you can see that there is a big difference. Of course, in San Juan del Sur, we do have housing that goes up to $500,000, $650,000 and above. But yeah, so that was just me doing a simple search, and you do that for what you would like. So I wanted to look at cost of living from a little bit of a different angle here, and most people who are coming from the cold and want to be in the warmth, they think of having a nice cold beer in a nice restaurant. So again, what I did was I looked up the price of a local beer in Costa Rica. The local beer in Costa Rica, the most popular one, is called Imperial. And if you were to buy a local Imperial beer in Tamarindo, Costa Rica, you would pay anywhere from $3.50 to $5 US for a cold Imperial beer in Costa Rica, in Tamarindo. Now, if we flip it over to San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, the local beers here, they're both made by the same company, but they are called Victoria and Toña. So Victoria's and Toña's, a nice cold Victoria or a Toña that you buy right on the beach here in a lovely restaurant, that will cost you between $1.50 and $2.50 US. So again, you see that the comparison is there, that there is a contrast between those two prices. Both countries have pretty large expat communities. They have had these communities for decades, and you will find some differences in them. The ones in Costa Rica are larger and more established. The community that surrounds these expat communities, the English is much more widely spoken. You will find more services that are offered in English, and you will find that there is a little bit more structure and there's a little bit more bureaucracy and laws. On the other hand, in San Juan del Sur, you will also find a pretty large expat community, although it is smaller in comparison. You will find that expat community speaks English for sure, but and there are some locals that speak English, but not that many. You will not find services that are available in English, such as going to the bank, going to the grocery store. People there generally do not speak English. You will find less laws, and you will find less bureaucracy in Nicaragua. So a piece of advice I want to give you is, wherever you choose, I would say do not buy right away. I would say find a home that you really like, that you could potentially buy, and rent it for a few months if it's available for rent. Just taking the area of San Juan del Sur, for example, you really, you don't know where exactly you want to be. There's lots of little neighborhoods, there's lots of little communities up and down the coast, and the one that you think it might be for you might not be for you. So I would say try to rent a home for 6 months, 4 months, 6 months, and find out if you like it. Or while you're there, if something else calls to you. So take your time. That is my advice. So in wrapping up, I think that Costa Rica might be better for you if you like more structure, if you have the willingness and ability to pay more for housing, and if you are more comfortable when there's a lot more English spoken. In comparison, I think that Nicaragua might be better for you if the lower cost of housing appeals to you and lower day-to-day cost appeal to you. If you're looking for a more small, tight-knit expat community, and if it doesn't bother you that you can't find English spoken everywhere, and that if you're okay with less rules, less structure, and less bureaucracy. So those are the two comparisons. And one very final thought I would like to share is that if you've ever traveled anywhere and you've ever thought, wow, I wish I would have known about this place 30 years ago, I definitely would have bought there. Well, San Juan del Sur just might be the place for you.